Hi, Bonita Bay Club members. Payton Scarbrough here with a quick instructional tip this week. Today I want to talk about the word connection. Now, when we're connected to one another, or we're connected to our teammates, our family, our friends, things tend to go pretty smoothly. Things tend to work pretty well. Now, when we don't have connection, or when we don't have that good relationship with that teammate, things don't really work that well, and they don't really happen the way that they should. Now, in golf, we have 14 teammates that we need to perform, and we need to have a good relationship. But if we don't have a good connection with them, how in the world can we achieve what we want to achieve? Now, what does that look like in golf? Well, connection to the golf club could be known as grip. We can talk about grip, but I like to think about it in the word connection because I love how things work together and how we can use our teammates to help us be better and all work together to achieve the goals that we want to achieve. Now, what does that look like? How does that work? You know, what strong grip, weak grip, what is it? And if I were to be asked the question, which I have many times, Payton, what kind of grip should I say? I always say, hey, how about your grip? How about your natural grip where you don't have to make any manipulations? You can just stand there and be you and then grip the club that way. Well, what does that look like in a different scope or a different lens that maybe we can relate that to golf? Well, as many of you know, I was a baseball player, and in that sport, the ball's moving at me. I have to hold a bat. And if I don't have a good connection to that bat, that barrel's all over the place. I have no chance to even hit a ball that's moving. And if I'm not holding it with an intent or purpose, I don't have a good connection to it, and that thing's flopping all around. Now, we can get into the pressure and how hard we should hold stuff later on. But for the purpose of today, let's just say that we need a pretty good connection here if we want this club to perform. Now, what's a practical example, something that we've all probably done or even seen done and that we don't really think about? Well, if I were to hand you this hammer and I said, could you please hammer this nail that's on this board here? I think we all would probably grab it in our fingers and we would use this lever that we can create here to really drive this hammerhead down in to that nail. We wouldn't be thinking about the grip or what the grip looks like because we're more concerned about the function to achieve the task that we're trying to achieve or to do. And again, like a hammer, we're not thinking about, oh, is it on there perfect? How many knuckles can I see? No, we're just grabbing it and we're just going to hit it. Well, let's think about that in golf. Let's just react to that grip in golf. So how can we do that? Well, if I let my arms hang naturally, like I was when I was in kindergarten, being a mischievous kid, always getting in trouble because I'm always touching stuff and poking at people. Payton, put your hands by your side. Okay, well, I figured if my hands are by my side, they're right underneath my shoulder. I'm not having to do anything crazy to grip the club. I'm just standing here naturally. So if I grip this with my hand sitting below my shoulder and back here somewhere by my left hip joint, I know I can grab this in my fingers. It's really hard for me to grab it over here because I wouldn't be able to use any of my levers to get that club up and down. But when it's down by my side and I grip it in my fingers, I can use the lever. Now, the more levers that we have, the more speed and the more power that we can generate. So it's very, very important that we create as many levers as we can to get that optimal distance or that optimal speed, everything that we're all looking for. So again, I'm going to keep this by my left side here, or if you're a lefty, by your right side, in my fingers. And how I'm going to make sure that I have the right grip is I'm going to hinge this up. You can see this L that I've created. I'm going to hinge this straight up. I'm going to make sure that that club face, the leading edge of the club face, is parallel to the direction I'm looking or perpendicular to the target line. And then I'm going to hold it up, and then I'm going to, again, make sure that it's perpendicular to the horizon. Now, you can see the lever that I've created. This trail hand simply fits on the lifeline of the lead hand. And again, everyone was created different. Everyone is built different, has a different natural arm hang. So that's why it's so important that you let your arms hang naturally to make sure that you're in your natural grip. Because if I said, hey, grip the club here, and then oh, your grip's way too weak, let's strengthen it, roll your shoulder in. Now we're going to have to fight that the entire time and could possibly lead to an injury. But when we let our arms hang naturally, we can hold it here, we can hinge it up, we can create our lever, and then we can simply roll over the balls of our feet and slightly hinge at the waist. And now we have a pretty good posture by default of creating a good connection to the club. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I look forward to seeing all of you this season.